and good morning, nerds. Welcome back to an episode of Tethered by the Table. I hope you guys had a great free RPG day on Saturday. I know I went to a couple of local game stores and I loved it. My name is Nathan, and this is oh, actually this is the one I want. My name is Nathan, and the only cave exploration I'll ever do is entirely in my imagination. No way in hell am I doing that shit in real life.
Oh, I love that. Um, Hi guys, I am Megan. I am not AI, I am human. Um, and I'm also a healer in real life, but a killer in this game. So thank you for
Whoa!
joining us.
I like it. All right.
Also,
Yes.
just wanted to show off. So
Is it
I
still
got the
sealed?
dagger.
Is
It
it
is
still
still sealed.
sealed? I can't
It's
believe
still
you.
sealed. Um,
How do you have it still sealed? Oh
I
my
will be
goodness.
filming myself unboxing this. I will be doing an
What?
unboxing video, and I will be posting it on Instagram, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll be posting it on TikTok. I'll try.
Probably.
But it
Make
will.
it like a long form content so I can post on YouTube too. 'Cause
Oh
it's
yeah,
so amazing. It's
yes,
so amazing.
yes. I'll send it. We'll be posting it on various streams of us unboxing this.
I can't believe you
So
kept it still sealed. I practically started it didn't even get out of the box it came out of before I started breaking that seal. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh,
I've been wanting to film it, but I didn't know. Mary and I went and got a tripod, so I can finally do it.
oh yeah,
But I
so
know
official.
I'm excited.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Well, I'm super excited for that. And Megan, reach into the very back of your mind and tell us where we are now. It's been how
Oh
many
yeah,
weeks? I think it's been 4 weeks since we have played.
a whole month?
A whole month since we
Are you
played Dungeons and
serious?
Dragons. Because we had
Jeez.
our three
Okay.
episodes of Daggerheart, and then we had our random encounter
Oh
list.
right, right. Okay, so I need to go back. Okay. I believe what ended up happening is a wave. Yes, okay, it's coming back to me. I don't know why the field broke. I don't know what happened to Leith. Um, but a wave of undead showed up, and we all made it to. Oh, we all had to retreat to the center of the city, which is a name.
Yeah.
But we made it to the center, and I talked to Leith, and oh no, talked to somebody, and it turns out Tannic and Emerald Radikai left the city with an army, and they were off to confront Cab.
Mhm.
So, um, yeah, and so Cab did what he promised. He would send waves of undead to the city. And then I currently am headed to Nicholas Jekka. I plan on leaving, but I was headed to Nicholas Jekka to update him. Oh, backtrack. I tried to attune with the Ring of the Ram.
Oh yeah.
Didn't go so well.
Got
Got
squished by a
jacked up
rhinoceros.
by, yeah, definitely got pushed out of there. Also, anyway, I've been looking for D3s at every game store we go to.
They just don't make them
Um,
unless you found a
there's
couple.
yeah, there's like nope, have yet to be able to find a D3. So I might
No clue
be
why D&D
hitting
was
up Etsy.
requiring a D3, but
Yeah.
oh, Etsy, yeah, supporting small creators. I like it.
Yeah, so if anyone has D3s that's watching, please send photos. I
Please
honestly
send
don't believe
photos.
they're real at this moment.
Please send photos of
Um,
your D3, please.
how big is it? Um, so
Three. It's three.
it's a polyhedral. It has three sides. Um, but yeah, so I making my way to Nicholas Jekka. I saw these people in an alleyway. I tried to dip, but they saw me. And turns out that her rash reel, I'm pretty sure she's dead. Um, poor lady.
Poor lady.
Yeah,
Grieved by no one.
she was like, I don't know if she was like charred to bits or if she was attacked, but
She was shredded. She was
she
shredded.
was shredded.
Yeah.
Um, And
So
her
sad.
people are thinking that it's my fault because I just happened to slip an orb into her pocket. Um,
I hate when you slip an orb into their pocket and then they're hunted. It's
yeah,
absolutely
right?
the worst. I wish I could just unconsequentially slip orbs into people's pockets, but the type of life we live these days.
I know,
Uh,
I know.
anything else of importance that you feel it necessary to provide our audience?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Mhm.
Um, I'm now having to confront the barracudas. There's two of them. So,
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And you reminded me that that's actually where we are. So give me just a second while I
mhm.
start taking a look. But yes, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I think of anything else that you might have missed. I don't believe so. But yes, there are two guards in front of you who are pissed that you killed their friend, and you are sitting there. So it's okay. So let's hop into this a little bit here. So um, you are kind of in an alleyway. Two guards standing over a body that is mutilated and shredded, beyond repair. But of course, one of them is holding this golden orb that you had and had slipped into her pocket. Well, only you know that. I like to say that only you know that you slipped in the pocket. I doubt that they saw you slip it in. But that was the only thing that was
Yeah,
on her
they
person.
didn't. Yeah.
Because you
They
had to
didn't
figure
see me slip it in. Yeah, so how are they accusing me?
because you
Oh
just
well.
you returned to the scene of the crime. That's what. And so one of the guards, I'm trying to remember exactly where I wish I could have like a seamless transition into from where we were at that a month ago into now. But one of the guards is holding um the the pearl and it's like, oh, came back for one of your little treasures, huh? I bet you were the one that did this to her. What are you gonna do?
I did not have physical and react physical relations with that woman.
It's like where that was going. I did not have physical relations with that. Um, um, and one of the guard and sorry, I feel like I cut you off before you finished. Is that all you were looking to say?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
I'll go.
And one of the guards kind of puts a hand on his hilt and he goes, "Well, um, we- yeah, I feel like I had thrown you into this situation so hard, and now like, I don't even know where I was trying to go with it. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recover." Um, one of the guards is kind of sitting there and said, "Well, we just scrap this. I don't know if we could just." No, okay. I'm really trying
We
hard,
got it,
but
we
I'm like
got it.
trying to um, because I don't
Here,
want to.
I'll
Here, yeah.
I'll go again. I'll
Okay,
go
okay.
again. Okay. So paint the scene for me again. He holds up the orb. What
One of
does
them
he
is holding
say?
up the orb, and he says, "Oh, return to the scene of crime for one of your little trinkets, huh?" And the other one has a kind of a hand on his belt. He goes, "Yeah, well, if you weren't the one that did this, you're still gonna pay nonetheless. You've been a thorn in our side ever since you found us at the wall."
Like, guys, I think we're going for the same person here. Maybe I can help. Did
Okay,
you
okay. Do a persuasion.
yeah.
Do a persuasion check.
Okay, let's see. I was cocked. It's not great. It's a 14.
A 14? No, that's not bad. That's not bad. Um, and you kind of see one of the guards kind of relax. The guard that has his hand on the hilt kind of relaxes, but the one but it's still holding the orb, he's kind of sitting there. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. Do they know that you have a dragon? Did you ever make your dragon do something with them, or did that dragon? They don't know that you have a dragon.
They don't
trying to
know I
think of.
have a dragon. No,
But
I
was your
had
dragon doing
told
anything at the wall? Did your dragon? No, your dragon just appeared in that one dude's suit, suit of armor.
yeah,
I don't think they ever
and
saw him
like and killed him.
and killed him. Yeah,
Um, but like he was in there and the guy I think it was little JJ.
little JJ.
Um, he
Rest in
he
peace.
saw him well, he kept saying like, "Oh, it's in me and it's like it's on me," but they didn't know what was on him.
Yeah,
Um, and then the only other time that Toll interacted with a live member of the Barracudas
live
was
member of
when
the
I
Barracuda.
was when I had him spy, so I knew um which cup was holding the trinket
I see. Okay.
during the drinking game.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay. In that case, then one of them, the one that's holding the kind of the orb, is kind of saying, "Well, you sure knew exactly where this body was, so uh, try explain how we're up to the same person here. I'm pretty sure the person's just you."
Listen, I was there are other people in this direction than just you guys. I was making my way to this doctor that lives just down the road, and I happened to stumble upon you guys. Um, Honestly, I'm really sorry about Harashriel, um, but I have no idea what that is.
Do another persuasion check to see if they believe you, or if you sound like you're spouting lies.
Not great. My persuasion is so high. I get a +4 modifier. Maybe that's not so high.
Well, you're a warlock. You
But
got persuasion. You got charisma. You're charisma based.
that is a
Uh,
12.
a 12. Hey,
Yeah.
and you're rolling the d20, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, just to make sure. Uh,
Uh, that's fair. Yeah.
uh, and so they kind of the second one kind of relaxes a little bit, and he's like, "Well, I just it came out of nowhere. She was just she told us she was gonna be right back. Left the hideout for a little bit, and then all of a sudden we just saw her mangled. I have no clue what could have even done this to her."
Um, if you guys will permit me, can I can I take a look? Can I take a look at her body, see if maybe I could, I don't know, figure it
And
out?
they kind of nod and kind of back up a little bit and then allow you to approach the body.
All right. Can I so it's just like shredded. Her body's
Her body is it's hard to recognize without getting into gruesome details, but yes, it is. It looks like a
okay.
three wild animals got to her at the same time. That's not
Okay.
that's not the actual information, but it's to paint a picture. Yes.
Can I see if like it's like arcana of nature? Like was it magic? Was it physical that her wounds are from?
If you want to investigate whether or not it was magical, do an Arcana check. If you want to investigate whether or not it was physical, do a medicine check
All right,
or
I'll do
investigation check.
physical. I'll do my physical first. I'll do
Okay.
medicine. Oh my hell. Okay, for that's a
A new
6.
D20. New D20.
Yep. I mean, that was the new D20. Okay, I have one left.
Um,
But
the
yeah, that was a 6.
the only thing you can see is that it looks like large claws, um, larger than really anything that you've seen recently, ripped into this body, and it's relatively no, it's not relatively fresh, but it looks like it's been within the day.
Okay. Um, I was about to do a Morcella attribute.
You're gonna start talking to the dead, huh?
I
Put your little
was.
feelers in there.
Yeah. Okay. Um, okay, and okay, so now the Arcana, right? Yeah, see if
Yeah.
it's magical. Oh my heck. This is the this I kid you not, this is the third 2 in a row that I have
No.
rolled. Um, it's a 4. It's a 4.
Four.
Yep.
It doesn't seem that there's any sort of magical component to these wounds. It just looks like big old claws, maybe a bite mark.
Those big old claws. Okay.
Big old claws.
Who has the stone right now?
The orb is held by one of the guards. I'm trying to think if we've named it before. Give me a second. Let's see.
I'll turn I'll be like, yeah, she has some pretty deep scratch marks on her. Can I see the orb that was with her? Who has it? Is it you, the big one?
Yeah, yeah, the big one. Can you hear me? Is everybody still muted?
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, perfect. Because I muted this for a second, but then I went back. Okay, so yeah, it's the bigger one is holding the orb. He kind of like just holds it in his palm, kind of like gestured towards you, a little kind of he doesn't want to hold it anymore, kind of grossed out.
All right. So I know I was able to not attune with it, but I was able to delve into it when I first was given it. And the only thing that came out of it was like a dragon's eye, I think.
Hmm.
Um, Now I want to feel it. Does it feel different than when it was within my possession?
Um, I wouldn't say it feels different from when you had it before. Um, it's ultimately it still kind of feels like that marble-sized gold pearl. It really doesn't feel any sort of different than when you had it before
I want to place the orb on the body.
on the body. Okay.
Mhm.
You place the orb onto the body, and it kind of sinks into a little bit of the flesh that you put it on, but nothing really happens.
All right, I'll pick it up again. I'm gonna try to look into it
Okay.
to kind of, I don't know.
Do you just want to like do kind of like just in your mind, or do you want
Yeah,
to
kind of
like
like
put some sort of magic into it?
well, kind of like how I'll go, I'll meditate and try to go in to talk to Trident at times.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
want to
pretty sure
do
that's
the
what you did
same
the
with
first time,
this.
right? That's what you did the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you begin to kind of put your hands on there. I want you just to roll a d20 and tell me what you feel, or what you get. I know you've been rolling pretty low, but
Oh
I just
no.
want to just get a little number in there, just so I can kind of
Marlow dies, and from her, okay, let's see, sprouts little tiny mushrooms
Marcella,
to take upon an 11.
11. Um, you you begin to kind of you put the pearl into your palms and kind of begin to focus on that. You're able to the pearl almost feels like it's getting warm and kind of you're able to kind of interject your essence into the pearl and kind of travel in. It's the same kind of you feel your if I remember how I explained it last time, I feel like you're traveling a large distance, like over water, coming across a large island of jagged orange cliffs and everything um, and rocky beaches. You're traveling along a rocky terrain until you eventually kind of get up to a zoomed up image of an eye, and you feel, but this time you feel something different. You feel kind of a dark grumble, like a deep guttural growl, and then a deep voice saying, "Oh, Trident's patron, Trident's dog, still alive," and then all of a sudden you get sucked out of it.
I'm gonna toss it. I'm, I'm
You're like,
chucking
nope,
it.
see you
Yeah.
later. Okay. Yeah, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Um,
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna turn to the guys. I'm like, you might not believe me. This orb, it there was a dragon, within it. Um, the dragon is the person that killed your friend here. Um,
And the guards
I
kind of
don't
look at
know
you.
why.
A dragon? A dragon? We would have known if a dragon showed up.
Look at the claw marks. What do you think could have done that to her?
And one of them kind of looks like a big cat, and the other one's like, "No, it's stupid. This is bigger than a big cat." And we would have known if a big cat was around. And then kind of the bigger one that was kind of holding the pearl was like, I guess this is rather large. No way a dragon could have got it. How could a dragon have gotten into Cyanidel?
Well, from the orb she was carrying. How did she get the orb? Where did you guys get this orb?
I don't know. We just found it on her body. That was the only thing left. All of her other
Well,
belongings were
maybe,
taken.
well, maybe you guys stole from the wrong person, and she just happened upon this orb.
But
Well, you
I
try to
don't
look
know.
into it. Why don't you?
And he's like, how do I look into things? And he kind of puts in he has to go run off and like kind of grab it from wherever you threw it. He kind of puts it in the palm. He goes, uh, I'm not getting anything. I don't know, I'm not feeling anything.
I'm gonna clasp my hands with his
You're gonna try to
and try
send
to.
him into the pearl.
Yes.
Um, and uh, he kind of sits there. He's like, nothing's happening. I'm just feeling weird now.
Do any of you guys know magic?
No. And then the little one's like, my mom didn't have enough money to send me to magic school, so I got sent to boot camp.
Oh, oh. Nice, nice. Well, you just gotta trust me on this one, guys. Like I know we're not on the best of terms. You literally threatened me in in a
Multiple times.
bar yeah, and the little one said multiple times. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends. But really, I gained nothing from lying to you guys. I'm sorry about your friend. You just gotta trust me. You guys are. It seems like you got sucked into a bigger problem. You were in the crosshairs. You're in a bigger problem that you guys can even handle. And unfortunately, one of your own had to die.
And they kind of I
So,
kind of sit there and they're like, oh, and the smaller one's like, dude, what happened when the other guards find out? Like we're gonna have to do something about this. He goes, well, we'll mock up some paperwork, I guess. We'll make it seem like we came across a dead body. We'll have to just kind of count off like we don't know her. We just found it on patrol. And they kind of start like talking back and forth on how they're gonna kind of sweep this under the rug and not have to, uh, while maintaining their kind of their disguise as being regular guards. And they kind of were like, well, I mean, you can go, but we find you at another kind of sort of thing like this, we're not gonna be able to believe you for much longer. But you know, you don't seem to have big talons or dragon connections, so we really can't hold you to it. I'd say get out of here before some more guards get here.
if I may ask, why were you guys around here? What
We
were
were
you
looking
guys doing?
we were looking for it had been a day since we had seen her Asriel. He said she was going to be around the corner and come right back, and we hadn't seen anything. We're supposed to be making kind of patrols to make it look like we were keep of our guys as regular guards. Which, by the way, if you tell anyone that we're actually gang members, we're gonna find you. Um, they start like, you know, back in my childhood, I always wanted to be a gang member. Uh, and- but you know, we just thought we'd go look for her, and where we found her.
Mm. Well, all right. I can't promise you about not telling anybody, but um, you're lucky Tanik has left. Um, but I'm gonna leave, and
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm gonna walk. I'm leaving the pearl with them, just walking,
Okay.
headed towards Nicholas Jekka.
Okay. And so you begin to walk as they kind of turn around and begin to like kind of discuss back and forth on what they're going to do with the situation. And you turn the corner and you start heading over to Jekka. But ultimately, nothing else of mention happens while you're heading to Dr. Jekka's house. And when you arrive to his little abode, there's still a decent amount. You kind of see like the crowd is starting to pick up again. I mean, with all this emergency happening, some people are returning back to the refugee camp that they initially had been to. Now, some of the walls are still hanging around, but there's not necessarily any guards around, and it's kind of um, it's just regular people who are trying to kind of keep this perimeter as shaky as the perimeter is. And so you're able to once you kind of approach, Dr. Jekka is outside of his house this time, kind of organizing and kind of triaging people, and sees you approach the makeshift gates and kind of waves you inside, like, "Oh, we know her. Go, let her in. Let her in."
Thanks, Nicholas. I sorry. I see you got a big crowd going on. Um, you wouldn't by chance have any of that potion that you were working on, do you? The
He kind of sits there and he goes, "Well, I might have a vial to spare, but it looks like these outbursts, these zombies are right back into the city. I don't know what happened."
um yeah. So Tanik and Emerald they left. They're going after his brother, and I gotta follow him. So I'm headed out with Gaytriar um to go confront Cap. And so I was just hoping maybe you had anything to spare. Give us at least a little fighting chance against what Cap could be send.
And he kind of sits there and he begins to stroke his chin. He goes, I mean, I have a little bit to spare. I mean, I have the ingredients to make more. I have a little bit that's already pre-prepared. It doesn't look like anyone around here is in dire need of it as of now, so I got a couple of vials to spare. And he kind of disappears into
Without
his
you.
house, grabs a couple of vials, comes back, and hands you three potions of what I call it? Potions of what do I call it? What did I call it before? Oh wait, that's the wrong spot. I'm looking through my notes. It's the potion of undead slowing of slowing undead.
Oh yeah, undead. Did you put
That's what
it
I,
into D&D Beyond?
I
No.
have not.
Okay.
I've started keeping like a little like list of myself, but I do need to put it into the actual into the homebrew section because that would be kind of cool. Where in the hell did I? Oh yeah, yeah, here it is, here it is.
Oh, what the
And
hell? Put the muffins in the freezer.
um, damn, where did did I not put it anywhere? Yeah, I didn't. I'll look for it. I'll look for it, and I'll get it back.
That's okay.
But
That's
it's the
okay.
salves. It's the salve. It is a
Yeah,
petroleum
yeah,
jelly-like salve in these bottles. But they're like bottles that it makes sense that you could get this stuff out of. I'm not trying to. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. You're good.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
are good.
Okay.
You're no longer
Okay.
holding it in a wine glass. It's now in actual
Oh
bottles.
yeah, in the goblet. Nice.
All
Nice.
right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, doctor. Good luck here, and hopefully if all goes well, we'll meet again. But good luck, and I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
That's it.
And
That's all I
he
wanted.
kind of he wishes you good luck. Begins to continue triaging. Now, where is the next location you're looking to get to?
Gatriar's place.
HR's place.
He needs to
What
come with me.
is you're like, oh, I see. I see what you're doing. You're getting all of the people he wants all in one place. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what. I'm gonna scroll around. My notes are getting too big. I need to start like. Okay. All right. So, you start heading over to where the secret. You're looking to go over to his like little secret warehouse, right?
Yeah, that's probably most likely where he's at.
Okay. When you start when you start kind of going through the alleyways towards the secret hideout, you're starting to see that a kind of a crowd is gathering around kind of the hidden entrance of like where it is, but everyone's kind of like waiting, talking, kind of knocking on like the door and stuff, and no one's really and no one's and they're kind of like, is this the right alleyway? And then some people are like, no, 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 it was a different alleyway. The secret entrance is somewhere else, and they're kind of like bickering back and forth on whether or not this is actually Gate hideout. And you kind of show up to the crowd who recognizes you like, oh, yeah, we're in the right place. She knows where the hideout is. We must be right. We're in the right place. What do you want to do?
Hi, guy. What are you all here for?
We're looking for refugee camp. We're looking for the refugee camp that we were staying before. We're knocking on this door, but there's no response. We don't know
Okay, here,
if it's actually it anymore.
here. Excuse me. Here, I'll get us in. And I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna whisper. Basilis fine.
And you you hear and you see like one of the bricks kind of like pull out a little bit and like slide over, and you see Gatriar kind of like behind the door. He's like, I'm not letting anyone in. I'm not letting
Listen,
anyone in this
listen,
place.
listen. You have to get your. They literally got attacked by undead. So you will let these people enter right now, or else I am going to tell the freaking Barracuda where you're at. So open up.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nice. Okay. So
Oh,
with
we're getting
advantage,
somewhere.
so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. And Gatriar's like, oh, I just got them out of this place. Oh, and kind of the brick kind of slides back, and then all of a sudden you hear like the whole wall kind of slide out from its area, push over, and that big brute of an orc is kind of like is moving the door out of the way. And Great Char is kind of sitting there defeated. He goes, everyone, come on in, find your, go on. And everyone's like, oh yeah. And they start like trying to crowd it, and they like start going, I love this place. Woo! And then
I love
and
this.
Great Char's just kind of standing there while the crowd's going by him, and he's like, you better have a good reason for being here.
Yeah. Emerald's in trouble. So is Tannic. The reason why everyone is taking refuge again is because they're going after Cab, and Cab sent a horde of undead. And I need you to come with me so we could confront Cab.
Kind of sits there and goes, "You want me to leave my warehouse, come with you up into some crazy cave, and try to deal with whatever necromantic force this is? I got bigger fish to fry. I got drugs to peddle."
You think anybody is thinking about drugs right now when literally their their leader of their town is off to fight his little brother? That, to be fair, you know better than anybody else. Um, I highly doubt that, Gatriar. Come on,
And you,
you're
and you
smarter
see him,
than that.
you see him kind of look down the stairs into the warehouse. "I can tell you who's thinking about drugs right now. That guy, get into my crate." And he kind of like knocks on like the orc. He's like, "Go talk to that guy. Make sure he stays out of there." And the orc kind of like starts like moving down into and starts to kind of moving people away from certain crates and kind of becoming like a little bit of a bouncer. Like, "Look, um, fine. You know what? Let's skip the pleasantries. We're not going up there. That's terrifying. There's zombies and there's it's cave. I'm a city boy. I'm better to stay off in here."
Listen, and I get it, I do. Gatriar, come on. You you're the smartest one around. You literally peddle drugs. You have this whole warehouse. You have like secret entries to and from. You know people that no one else really does. I'm sure this place will be fine on its own. And frankly, you've seen me work. You wouldn't, I mean, you trust me enough to get rid of the barracudas, and it's just me. I'm one person. I think I'll be able to protect you against a horde of zombies.
That's the thing.
And you owe it. You owe it to Emerald. He's your best friend.
Yes, he's my best friend. He kind of sits there and he begins to tap on it. But I'm guessing you're not just bringing me along just to hang out. What do you need? You want supplies from me then?
I mean,
You
I
wouldn't just bring me
mean,
along for nothing. You need me for something, and it's the supplies that I have, isn't it?
I mean, obviously pack what you need. But yeah, if you have something that could give us a bigger chance, I wouldn't be saying no.
All right, come on. And he waves you in, and he and begins to kind of walk down the stairs and hopes that you follow him. Now, when he is in his warehouse, he begins to kind of open up various crates, all with different like potions and spells and things. He starts kind of just shove things into his. He kind of he pulls out of his pocket and kind of like flips it like around, kind of like you're trying to open up like a paper bag, and it's a bag of holding. And he's like just kind of throwing things into like a bag of holding and stuff. And he goes, you know, I. You better have an idea of what you're doing, because if we're just showing up to cab and we're just wanting to like talk to him, give him all like a peace and love lecture, then I think that this mission was doomed from the start. He kind of closes the crate, goes over, starts kind of like dumping some like mat like some like swords and some daggers into the bag of holding. And he's like, because no way in hell am I just going up to that cave, walking through a whole bunch of just icky mess of whatever he's doing up there, just to go talk to him and hope that we can just talk him down. And I ain't getting my hands dirty either. You know, I'm not really a swords type of guy. And he like closes the crate, goes to another one, starts like kind of grabbing some like potions and vials. He's like looking at them, kind of like inspecting them a little bit. He's like, and I swear, if you're just using this as some sort of way, if you're like actually trying to like the backstab me or something, or you have some sort of deal with the barracudas, and you get me to leave this little warehouse just so they can raid my little compound, you and I are gonna have a talk, because that's not cool. And he kind of
Oh,
closes
come on.
the crate, and he kind of opens the next one. He's like, I'm joking, but like, I, I have no clue how you're even getting me to even consider, let alone pack a bag for this whole adventure, because I have absolutely no clue what to even do in a cave. I've never been in a cave before my whole entire life. And he kind of he's
Oh,
still just kind of throwing things into a bag of holding, and finally kind of like cinches it up and then kind of ties it to his hip and everything. And he goes, "See, you're serious about this? We're going up there?"
yeah, I'm gonna make it an adventure out of you yet, Gatriar. Like, that's what we're doing. Like,
And he's kind of sitting there. He's like, "Oh, fine. Well,"
listen, think of it this way. If everyone's dead, who's gonna be using drugs?
and he kind
The
of sits there and goes,
zombies? Miss Sally? I mean, I don't even know where Sally's at.
I don't think anyone knows to tell you that. You kind of sit there and go, I mean, like I haven't thought about it before. Fine. Okay. So what's the next step?
Oh, we gotta trek. Hopefully you got some hiking boots on. I don't know how well that prissy little uniform you're wearing is gonna really help, but come on.
He goes, it's not a uniform. This is designer. Right? But and anyways, a little. I guess I can do a little walk. And he begins to walk towards. So at this point, after he's packed his bag and he's tied to his waist and everything, you've had this conversation. He goes, well, fine, let's go. And he starts to walk, but not towards the stairs. He starts walking somewhere kind of out in his warehouse. He kind of like looks, turns around to see that you're not necessarily following him. Like, come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
And he walks over to the wall and kind of depresses a brick. And one of the walls, a different wall than the one that he was able to open for you to go to the lecture hall that one time to the Kyre, a different wall opens now, and it's like a long, dark cavern that kind of just goes in a separate direction. He goes, we're going to the cave, aren't we?"
Um, yeah, I guess. Mm, mm, what is this? What do you got up here?
He looks and goes, "You think I was gonna walk over ground? No, I got tunnels all over this place. One of them going up to the Stormwatch towers. But
Oh,
let's just hope that
silly me.
let's hope that this cave is still in somewhat of repair now. Now that there's tower's not there anymore. But you know what? Let's head."
All right. Um, all right. Well, I hope you have dark vision. And then I gonna start
He
walking
kind of
for
laughs. Everyone has dark vision. Let's be real. He begins to follow you into the hole. So before you go, is there anything else that you want to do in the city of Cyanidel before you potentially head off? This is the
um,
prompt in Baldur's Gate. Are you sure you want to leave this area?
yeah. We're going into Act 3. Um, can I save? Should I save before?
Quick save. Yeah, I
um,
think a quick save is a good one.
quick load. I was like, whoa. Um,
We're save scumming in a in a real life Dungeons and Dragons game.
have
Actually,
you
can we go
seen
back to
that?
session three? Can we go back to session three, please?
Let me go back to my character. Where's the magic mirror? Um, yeah, I this is it. Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
got Gatria art all ready to go. If I take any
You
more
might lose them
time,
now.
they'd
Yeah.
kill back. I might lose them. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Well, in that case, then let us head to Stormwatch Caves. And hopefully that wasn't railroady and too railroady for you. We have pull up the virtual tabletop, please, as we get into Stormwatch Cave.
Is it cave or was it cavern?
I say cave, but it's more like a cavern.
Okay.
I gotta add a couple of people in here first. Um, let's do
HR is an
this.
elf, right? He's like
Teacher
a
is an
mousy
elf.
looking guy.
Yeah,
Mousy as in like a pointy nose and
yeah, he's a little shrew of a dude. Let's do let's do Marlow, and we'll do. Oh, I need to change here. One second. The VTT zip. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna zoom in like that. Boom. Okay. Um, did I plan for you to be going to the mouth of the cave? Yes. So that's why this area is so big. But imagine this is just where the cave, the cave, the tunnel that he takes you through just leads you here. I'm trying to figure out what the best. Oh, can I do
so
bandit?
is that
Um,
one is this right here where we entered or did we enter over here?
we entered in right there where you're
Okay.
doing the.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, you while you're thinking, I need to check on
Yeah.
my wife, see if she's awake because she needs to go to work.
Oh no. Let's see here.
She is awake. Does she look ready to go to work? She does not. So,
She's slacking.
and she does not work from home.
Oh no.
So,
Okay.
technically her shift starts at 8:30. Um,
What?
uh,
Oh well, we're good. It's only 7:30.
we're
Seven
an
thirty where
hour
I'm
ahead. Okay.
at. Okay. He looks intimidating, but I guarantee you it is still designer. But he has he has his gauge chart here. Um, and then this is the first little area. So, you guys, oh yeah, I have a little speck right here. Eraser. Ding. There we go. Okay, so you are in the cave here. As you have walked through the entire tunnel. The tunnel has been just dead quiet. Dead quiet, moist,
Barbie,
dripping. Yeah. Sorry, I was
we've
getting into
been we
moist.
sorry, we were talking, so we've been walking because I was gonna try to make some conversation
Oh yeah, you're
while
right.
we're
You're right.
walking.
I totally skipped all the small talk. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
you guys are walking.
we've entered the door is closed, right?
Yes.
Like
Door
the
closed behind
cave.
you.
Okay. We're walking. Like, so what do you know about Cab?
Well, I mean, besides the fact that we locked him in a cadaver room. I mean, he was kind of just the bratty younger brother of Emerald. I just always seemed just the type. He was always hanging around us, wanted to hang out. And Emerald just didn't really like that. And I guess I don't want to pass off the blame like that, but I mean, he Emerald didn't really like him. I began to not really like him. It's just he was a whiny little brat as a kid. It's just regular kid stuff. And we were just hazing. We were just playing a prank. We figured if we locked him in a cadaver room, it'd scare him straight, and he wouldn't want to hang out with us anymore because we're bullies. But it definitely worked a little better than we ever expected it would.
What do you know about Emerald's and Cab's mom?
Their mom, hardworking woman. She not really much to tell. I mean, she treated him well. It wasn't like she was. It was good household. Good household with money. I mean, they did a lot to pay
Well,
for education. Yeah.
how did she pass? Because I know she's not alive right now.
Yeah. It was a some sort of sickness with the lung. It was she was in bed for a couple of days and ultimately kind of it happened when they were about teenagers probably. We were just getting into college and into the school of cellular. When we she was in bed for a couple of days. I know it really kind of Emerald was a mess for the days that she was in bed. He hardly attended classes, couldn't even really focus on anything. She meant a lot to him. And Cab kind of took it a different way. He was angry all the time, and he just kind of uh, didn't really didn't really want to be at home. Didn't like to see his mother that way. And it kind of just it was strange seeing the two of them operate differently about the same situation.
Yeah. Well, now that we're a little further away, I did want to let you know that Cab expects you, me, Danik, and Emerald to kind of offer ourselves up, um, for
Doors
for
closed.
for the city.
And he
So
stops and turns. He goes, "Excuse me."
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not a big deal, of course. He talked to me and he was pretty angry. But he said that if, you know, we we come to him and offer ourselves up to be slaughtered like lamb, then he'll stop all of this.
Where are you going with it? He kind of turns. He turns back to the back around. He goes, "No, oh no 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 no,
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 I'm not I'm
no,
not
no. Did
doing
I
this."
get it? I'm not letting him. I'm not gonna let him do that. Okay, we've already walked all this way. Might as well keep going. Um,
Walked all the way. We walked like
but
5 minutes. We can turn around.
listen, but I'm just telling you, I don't want you to go in blind. But that is what he's expecting. So, and there's another thing, that you probably should know. I can't, I have
Get this
these
be going.
magical capabilities. I they kind of come from the same person that Cav is getting his magic from.
And he
So,
kind of sitting there. He starts rubbing his temple. He goes, "I, I do feel like you've duped me a little bit. You know what? I do have to commend you for that. You somehow got me in a cave, getting mud on my boots, had me pack up half my like a fraction of my warehouse just for me to help you out here. Turns out you're bringing me to slaughter. Like and now now Cab is linked to the same person you're getting your magic from. This is I'm sorry, but this might be a little bit over my head a little bit. I think I might be safer if I'm just in my warehouse.
No, no. Listen, this is all good. I just listen. I just wanted you to be aware of what we were walking into. Um, and it's not he more so like he's siphoning the power of my patron. Um, and yes, I care about, the city of Cyanidel and every other person there. But honestly, I have my own reasons for going up against Cab, and it seems like, he has a way of ending my pact, and he has what I need to do that. So I just need to know that you're on my side, and when push comes to shove, that you're at least not gonna run away and hide. After he literally said that he would.
You're gonna run away and hide. And he kind of looks and goes, "Okay, then let me clarify a detail. Do you plan on giving yourself up to do you plan on turning yourself in?
No, no, Geechar. No, of course not.
Would you turn in
Like,
the other Emerald, Tannic, and I if it was to suit your best interest?"
no, Geechar, no, no, of course not.
He kind of
Like,
goes, "Oh, well, interesting. All right.
I
Yeah,
have my own misgivings with Emerald. I feel like Cab is a sad little boy who didn't give the love that he needed. Um, but no, I just need you to trust me that if it at the end of the day, I I I'm not gonna throw you guys under the bus.
he kind of stops. And he turns around and he begins to keep on walking towards Stormwatch Cave. And he kind of sits there and goes, "Well, so I guess I just need to make sure I'm clear on what your plan is. Are we going in and are we getting blood on our hands? Are we trying to take a passive route, or are we going in there metaphorical guns blazing?"
I could keep walking. It's like, yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to you about this because, you know, I did have a, I kind of had a loose plan, and it kind of depends. Of course, I know he probably won't want to talk, but you seem like a sly guy. I feel like you could be a rogue in your day, if you wanted to be. So I don't know. I'm thinking a little trickery, maybe. But I feel like we should be open to change. This is me walking.
No, I like the immersiveness there. He kind of sits there and goes, "Ah, wow, I just so your plan is we roll with the punches. That's your plan.
Yes.
We try to talk him down. If not, then he
I
sits and
don't
goes, oh, well,
listen. I'll he has this this stake or this anchor that is giving him power to my patron. If you keep an eye out for one of those, maybe if we can get it from him, we have a better chance of defeating him because he won't have as much power.
so we go in and we just destroy this stake, and there's this monument that he's tapping into.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Oh, if I would have known we were blowing up things, I probably would have brought more explosives. But I should have enough, depending on the size of this thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, okay. And he kind of sits and goes. He kind of turns to you and stops because I still think you duped me, but I gotta commend you for the dupe. You know, I feel like you remind me of me back in my old days. So we'll see. Well, I guess we'll. But I swear, the moment I feel like I'm getting sacrificed, martyred, anything like that, I'm hightailing it. I hope you know that. I got escape plans. I always do.
I would not have assumed otherwise. But just know if it just even looks like that we're gonna be martyred, just know I got a plan.
He said, if it looks like I'm being martyred, I'm gonna run. And you said, but if it looks like you're being martyred, just hang on a little longer.
Just hang on a little. Should we do a code word, HR? Do they do code words anymore?
They're out of practice, but I guess. So I guess
Um,
what's the code word? If things start getting out of hand, what's the safe word? This so we know just either of us can lick it and we can lick it and run.
yeah. Let's do. I don't know. Let's do Tolaborn in.
A little more in. What is that place? It doesn't you pull that off of your head?
Yeah, yeah. It seems like a good. It's like, hey, let's all just go to Tolaborn in. I don't know.
Yeah, just because it's a stupid name. Come on. You can get used to walk. Uh, Who would name their establishment a Tullamore Inn? That makes no sense. And he kind of continues to like walk and goes, okay,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
well, what other, well, I mean, it's still a little bit of a walk. What other conversations do you want to, information you want to pry from me or last minute bombs you want to drop on me?
I think that was about it. So I do have a dragon.
He kind of
Um,
stops and he looks at you. You have a dragon?
it's more like a little pseudo dragon, but I do have a dragon.
Like, does it like breathe fire or like, does it do anything like
Oh,
dragon-like?
uh, he's just a little guy. He's trying. Here, let me see. I'm gonna pull out this kaleidoscopy looking small little
Well, the dragon.
chihuahua size dragon.
And he kind of looks and goes,
And
oh, yeah, that's like a whole blown dragon right there. Does it get any bigger than that or is it just gonna stay that
um,
way?
I think he's gonna grow into his wings. I think his wings will get bigger because they're
Oh,
like just little guys, right? Oh.
And what's Toll doing at this point? It's just a thing in your hand being displayed, or
He's looking and I'm assuming he's depending on what Gaichiro is wearing, it's pretty designer.
oh, true, true.
He's
Yeah.
he's seconds away from launching himself into
Gaitriar,
Gaichiro's vicinity.
Gaitriar like reaches like kind of like a hand like pet Toll on his hand. He has a couple like golden rings and everything, and like Toll jumps forward, puts like a whole finger in his mouth, and he kind of like recalls like but in reality it was just to get the rings off him, and so like Toll like spits the rings out of his mouth and begins to like kind of put them on his arm, and he goes, "He just took my ring." Well, and he kind of just like
Yeah,
shrugs it off and
I
continue
think you
walking.
guys I think you guys could get along. He really loves the sorry, what did he like? He
Because he
really loves the possessions of, a sibling, a rival, or me.
or yeah, interesting, interesting.
He likes anything shiny, really. So
And so he kind of he can be that. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully he comes in handy every now and then.
yeah, so don't be afraid if you see this little guy launching himself somewhere.
Okay,
I'm gonna stick him back into my pocket.
perfect. So at this point, if you have no other things to say, I'm trying to pull. Here we go. Okay. Is there anything? So is nothing else to mention while you're walking?
I don't think. Oh yeah. Um, Atria,
One more thing.
I know you have an escape plan. Um, and really for me, you know, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
But I have a mom back home, and if anything happens to me,
Oh
I'd
no.
want her. I'd want her to know um, that I won't be coming home.
And he kind of sits
So
there and he's like, I could make arrangements. I could send something. Could send some support, yeah. But that's it. I mean, you better have my back. If I'm giving your mom a care package, then you better have my back when we're in the cave.
it's like, Atria, that's all I
Sure.
do. Who else is it?
That's literally all I've done this whole entire time
It's the
is
whole thing.
work for you.
Without asking anything in return, really. Well, besides a couple things, but no, I got you, Gate Chair. You know that.
He kind of he nods and he goes, okay, yeah, I'll handle it. Don't you worry.
Thanks.
All right. And then with that, will you? Is there? I mean, I feel like you're stalling here. We're trying to get into a cave here.
Yeah, no, that's it. I had to
Okay.
make my last final arrangement.
That is true. That is true. So we are now the in the cave here. So you've walked now. I don't want to undercut how long it took you to walk here. I mean, it took you a whole 3 days to get to the Stormwatch Castle to begin with. This kind of underground method only takes you about like a day and a half. Kind of cuts that time in half. And so you have had to kind of just walk. You've been in the dark in this cave for about a day now before you actually make it
Really, truly.
to this cave. And ultimately, it's been relatively simple. It's I mean, no, nothing of notice has happened. You had some on and off talk with Gatriar. Um, when the first night that you kind of had to sleep in the cave, he pulled out like a very fancy like tent and everything that like magically put itself up, and like he had like a little tent to sleep in, and you had a little bedroll that you slept next to him with. It was next to his little tent with, and um, and then you finally make it to kind of where this cave opens up a little bit. Here, this one, the cave, the tunnel that you're going into originally would have gone into like the basement of the Stormwatch cave, but eventually you walk to a point where it's kind of you walk into a large opening where the roof of this kind of cavern area is missing, and there's lots of like rubble and tower around you. This is obviously where the basement was, and the building has crumpled into this area. And leading from the basement is a bigger kind of cave and cave systems that is in front of you. And so you're at in pretty much what the basement would have been of the Stormwatch caves. Um, Rubble, bricks, kind of the furniture that you kind of recognize from the first time that you were in Stormwatch Castle lays strewn across the entire cavern. And it's just kind of in disrepair here. Is there anything that you want to do while you're in the kind of the basement of the Stormwatch Castle before necessarily traveling into the cave itself?
Um, I don't think so. So no, no.
Perfect. Then you and Gatriar walk through that little opening into the cavern itself of what is believed to be Stormwatch Cave now, and you are now officially in where the where the VTT says you are. So you are able to advance forward just a little bit, and when you're ready to advance forward, I will uncover what you see here. Let's see. I gotta get my little eraser here. Da-da-da-da. Eraser tool. Okay. So you boom. See this little junction up ahead. You are able to walk forward here. Let me adjust here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and then where's KJR? I gotta move him up. So both of you guys kind of walk up into this main junction area. Um, Rocks and kind of stalactites, stalagmites are all over the place. The cave seems relatively freshly dug, almost. Like it's not as old. Like it's not as old as some caves are. I guess I don't know where I was going with that. Um, it, it's a dust kind of settles from the roof and falls down. Um, there's a small this faint trickling of water somewhere from the back of the cave. And there's rocks, debris everywhere. Where what do you want to do here? You can either go right or left.
Oh, okay, because that's all right. I'm gonna like come up to one. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Okay. Roll. Do I want to? No, you hear the echo of your voice kind of travel down the hallway, and you kind of hear you it's do a perception check. That's the role I was looking for when I was trying to figure out what I was gonna have you roll for.
21.
21. Dang, look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you hear a noise, and it's I mean you're looking into kind of a dark-ish cave area. Here, I'll even uncover a little bit more just so this makes a little more sense. Because if you look at this cave, it goes around a corner, and so it's harder for you to kind of see exactly what's in there without kind of going in there. You hear something, whether or not it's the chittering of bugs and insects moving, or if it's the falling of pebbles, like something. But there's definitely something moving down that hallway. Um, and it sounds like there's a couple of things. There's a little bit of commotion that you've startled with your voice as the echo travels in the cave.
Nice. Uh, Teacher, do you have any light by chance in that bag of holding of yours?
And kind of
Anything
like
to give light?
he unties it from his belt, opens it up, and he's like, what type of light are you looking for? I got like torches and stuff.
Uh, I don't know. Just something just to give me a little bit more. I don't know. Just anything I could throw down there.
Anything you can throw down there. Hold on one second. I just need to check my notes real quick. Okay, yeah. We're good. We're good. Yes, he said. Okay. He kind of like he's looking like you're just. I mean, I got. He gives. He opens he kind of pulls like a little like a vial out, and he kind of puts his thumb on top of the cork. And begins to shake it really really hard, and as he shakes it, kind of begins to kind of glow with like a little like almost like a. I'm trying to think of what it is. What's the freaking? Why can't I think of like a glow
Like a
stick?
glow
That's what.
stick?
Yeah, that's what I'm like the thing that you break. It kind of glows like a glow stick, kind of like a weird like kind of sickly green kind of look. It begins to kind of glow with filling up the room that you're in. You know, I got this.
I guess that'll work. Um, I'm gonna roll it down. Um, well, it's around the corner.
I mean, you can always go
Uh,
in there. You can go in there. You get a little bit,
I'm
you know.
gonna. Okay, teacher. I think I hear something over here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right
cut.
there.
I'm gonna move over a little bit, and I'm gonna roll the glow stick, the glowing bottle he gave me,
Okay.
down this way.
I'd say okay. So if we erase some things here, I'd say the glow stick kind of stopped right here and kind of glows this little area where you can kind of see in there. Let me move the camera a little bit. Boom. That is what you can see when the glow stick is illuminating things.
Oh crap. Okay, I'm like, all right. Well, get left or right, heads or tails, which one?
And he kind of sits there. I mean, we're gonna have to get my glow stick at one point. I can't. I don't got an infinite number of those. We might have to go just left.
All right. So you're saying left,
Oh, but I'll
right? This
call
is
it.
left.
We'll do heads.
All right. I'm gonna pull out. I didn't decide which one was heads or tails.
He's like, I think we're just. I think we're getting caught up. I think we're stalling. We might as well just go down this way.
Okay, fine. Come on.
And he begins to walk with you over to down here. And now, when you officially kind of make it into the room, the whole room begins to make a lot more sense here. So I'm going to uncover the entire thing now. We'll move the camera a little bit. We have now. Okay.
Mm,
And so now it reveals the entire room here. It's within this room. What is this? The kind of first starts off as what the glow stick illuminating things. Your dark vision begins to kind of fill in the details that the glow stick can't notice. And almost immediately, you begin to see that there are cobwebs all over the sides of the walls, all over the ceiling. And you start to actually notice that the glow stick is kind of is moving, is unsettled right where it is. As you notice, and as you're kind of looking at it, a swarm of spiders are starting to collect around this glowing orb, climbing on top, climbing around, um, and there's spiders. Almost like the whole entire floor begins to kind of move and unsettle as there's bugs and then spiders, creepy crawlies, eight-legged things, all kind of just crawling around everywhere. With Yeah, no, it's nothing but it's a whole bunch of spiders that are in there, and
mm,
there's just a whole bunch of like just. ranging anywhere from like tarantula size down to minuscule size. Spiders cover the entire floor, and Geiger kind of turns and looks down. And it was almost like when he looks at his feet, he realizes that you've already stepped kind of into the territory of the spiders, and spiders are kind of crawling around his boots and everything. He looks and goes, "I take it back. Can we go right, please?" And that is where we're going to end today's session. Right before you have to deal with all those spiders here. But yeah, you guys are finally in the Stormwatch caves here. I mean, you're eye tracking it all the way to Cab. You're getting close
I
to finding out the root of this necromantic problem.
I know. I no idea what I'm gonna see. I'm intrigued to see Gaitriar's abilities.
Yeah,
I have an
we'll see
idea
just how
that
good of a fighter he is.
I think he's made it rather known that he does not fight. So we'll see what happens when push comes to shove.
Especially when there's so much the spiders in the mix. But yeah, but anyone who's still watching, thank you so much for staying tuned. Of course, a recorded version of this episode will be on YouTube this following Friday, as well as the podcast version. I'm catching up with the podcast. I believe I haven't done the random encounter just yet, but all the Daggerheart stuff is available for podcast. But ultimately, stay tuned for some short form content. Look at our Instagram and TikTok for all that stuff. I'm super excited about your unboxing video for Daggerheart because it is such a beautiful experience, and I kind of wish I could have done it again and again. But it just looks so nice. I'm just still so surprised that you haven't even taken a peek of it. Oh, it's so cool.
Right.
But I'm excited for it, and we will see you next time. See you later.